There we go. All right. So, ladies, what we're going to do today is I'm going to guide you through a meditation, and then I'm going to talk to you just a few minutes. Some of you are already familiar with the technique that I'm going to use with the essential oils. Talk to you just a few minutes just to give you the background and the history and a little bit of the science as to why it works, because I think that can be important as well. Then I'm going to guide you through the technique. And if you don't have the oils now, I'm going to use a slide, a couple of slides on a PowerPoint, so you'll be able to write it down so that you can reproduce it yourself. What motivated me to reach out to people, and originally this was people in my Young Living group, and that's why I'm doing it for them for free. So we are living, I don't have to tell you that we are living in challenging times. And I feel like with who I am as a person and what I do as a teacher and a practitioner, I want to help people with real things that they can use that don't take any time at all, right? I want people to be able to clear their space, clear their energy, reset their personal empowerment, release the things that are keeping them stuck, because we just need that right now. We need to be able to access our intuition. And when we get stuck in fear, doubt, panic, worry, any of those, our intuition will lock down.
All of the above.
Yes, all of the above sometimes, and multiple things as well. So that's why I'm here today to share this with you. And then after I guide you through the technique, then I'm going to take you through a second meditation to kind of, just round things out. So even those of you that are already familiar with the technique and maybe practitioners yourself, like Carrie, hopefully this will be beneficial for you. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you to go ahead and mute yourselves while I do the meditation, just in case there are dogs or birds outside the window or anything. Not that those would maybe necessarily be disruptive, but could be. Okay, and go ahead and sit with your back straight but not stiff, your feet flat on the floor, your hands relaxed in your lap and your eyes closed. And your eyes don't need to be closed for this part, but just go ahead and keep them closed. I'm going to explain to you where this came from. Some years ago, I was in a course, and the homework that we were asked to do caused me to have a spontaneous experience where I was considering what joy felt like in my body and what power felt like in my body. And what came forth through me in that experience then led to this meditation of being able to bring together that energy from the moments of joy that we have and the moments when we feel really in our personal power. And when we bring those together and merge those together, that really is the best way for us to live a life of what I call empowered joy. And then that actually led to the name of my business, which used to be something else. So that's what I'm going to take you through, is that meditation that came through. So I'm just going to ask you to take a deep breath in and out. And center yourself in your heart space. Just let all of your internal energy gently collect around the center of your chest, around that heart chakra area. Take another deep breath in and out, and silently tell your body to relax. And now as you take the next breath in, I would like you to imagine that white light is coming into your body with that breath in, and it's moving down to the sacral chakra area just below your belly button. As you breathe in and that white light pours into that sacral area, you see an orange glow begin to build. And as you breathe out, you see that orange light move in a swirl-like formation out into the other parts of your body. You breathe in white light into the sacral. See the orange light build, and as you breathe out, see that move out, spreading out into your body and beyond. And now as you continue to breathe in, focusing on that orange energy in your sacral chakra, I would like you to bring up a memory of a time when you felt really powerful. Not necessarily in the physical sense, but it could be that, but a time when you just really felt like you were showing up in your personal power and experiencing that to the fullest extent you ever have. Move into that memory and feel that power. As you breathe into that solar plexus, feel that power of that moment merge with that orange light and move out to fill your entire body and beyond. And now I'd like you to put your focus on your heart chakra. Allow that orange glow and that energy of your personal power to just be there. Breathe into that heart space, that white light, and begin to see both green and pink light swirl around your heart chakra. And as you breathe out, see it expand out to fill your body and beyond. Just allowing that orange light to be there as you breathe into that heart and see the green and the pink light of that heart space move out to fill your body and beyond. And now I'd like you to bring up a memory of a time when you felt completely joyful. And as that memory comes forth, move into the energy of that joy in that moment. And as you breathe that white light into your heart space, into that green and pink light, feel the energy of that joy merge with that light and spread into every cell of your body, filling your body with that joy and moving out beyond your physical body. And now I'd like you to imagine that that orange energy of your sacral that is merged with that personal power and that green and pink light of the heart space that has merged with that joy move together to the center of your body into your solar plexus. And they come together. And as that green and that pink and that orange light carrying that power and that joy come together in your solar plexus, the light becomes gold. And as you breathe into that space now, that golden light of that empowered joy moves out into your body as you breathe out. Breathe into that golden empowered joy and breathe it out into every cell of your body and beyond. Know that you always have access to this integrated experience, this integrated energy of joy and power, of empowered joy. Take a deep breath in and out. Come back into your space. Feel yourself in your physical body. Another deep breath in and out. And open your eyes when you're ready. How was that? Nice? Okay. All right, I'm going to share my screen now and I'm going to give you the little bit of information that I wanted to share with you. Yep, got that. Okay, and I can't see you guys now because I've made it just the small version of me to move down here so it won't be in the way of the slides for me. Okay, so as I told you, this is a kind of a condensed version of something that I've done a little bit more formally, and this is my first time to do it online. Jimmy's actually been here at my home for the in-person of this. What we're doing today, like I said, is a condensed version of a event that I do that's called Living in Empowered Joy. And it actually serves as an introduction to the Empowered Living series that I have offered and will be offering again beginning in January. It features the aroma reset technique. The aroma reset is part of a group of essential oil techniques called Aroma Freedom that was brought to us by a man named Dr. Benjamin Purkis, who is a psychologist. In his studies, both of traditional as well as alternative therapies, psychological therapies, he began to combine those with his personal knowledge and personal experience with essential oils and developed a series of techniques combining essential oils with different thought processes and things to help give people, help people have more joyful lives. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. So as we talked about, we're living in really challenging times, and let's face it, we don't have to be living in the times we're living now to experience negative thoughts and worry. And these always hinder our ability to make empowering choices because they have a way of creating more noise inside our head, anxiety, emotions, and thoughts that keep us from being connected to our intuition. So what do we do? How do we overcome this negative thinking? And by the way, this little cat picture, I wanted something for this slide and I typed in confused in the online free image source, and this is what I got. And I thought, yeah, this is kind of how I feel right now a lot of the time. So when we want to overcome negative thinking, do we fight the negative thoughts? Do we ignore them and think about something else? Sometimes. Do we replace them with positive affirmations? Yeah, sometimes, because that can work. Or one of the things that we can do is we can dissolve them with essential oils. So the essential oils that I use and that other people that do this technique with me use are Young Living oils. Stress Away is a Young Living proprietary blend, and then lavender and frankincense are single oils. The reason that essential oils work in these therapies is because of this thing, this bottom bullet. They have signaling molecules. Well, what are they signaling? They're signaling an area of the brain that's called the limbic system. And the reason that essential oils and other scents, any kind of scent, can signal the limbic system is because we have an olfactory nerve that directly connects to this area of the brain called the limbic system. So whenever a scent goes up our nose and connects here to that olfactory nerve, it's carried directly to that limbic area. And the reason that we say that the essential oils have signaling molecules is because what happens is this limbic area is where feelings of safety are created. Specifically in the amygdala, which is kind of an almond-shaped little area of the brain right here in the limbic area. The amygdala is triggered immediately by our sense of smell. And the amygdala is also what triggers our fight, flight, or freeze survival response. So when something happens to us and we have that auto response of either freezing, running away, or putting up our fist to fight, it's the amygdala that's being triggered. It also tells us when we can relax. Because it's triggered, the amygdala can be triggered by our sense of smell. That's why essential oils can help us to release this auto response and make more empowering choices. So we're going to do an aroma reset now. And I'm going to go ahead and stop my share so that I can talk to you directly about that, because we don't need to look at slides. And then when we're done doing this, I'm going to bring you back and show you a slide for those of you that aren't familiar with this so that you can copy the steps, because I want you to be able to do this on your own. It takes less than a minute once you know what you're doing. So does anybody have any questions right now? Anybody need to unmute and ask a question? Okay. So Jemmy and Carrie, I know that you have these oils. Melissa, do you have any essential oils there with you? No. Okay. So basically I'm going to be using the oils like the ones that I sent to your mom. Okay. So we use these 3 oils: the Stress Away Oil Blend, lavender, and frankincense. And we use equal parts of these. So if you have, so you see what I've done here, this is an old empty bottle, and it was probably either a lavender or a Stress Away bottle. And once it was empty, you can see I don't have a lot in there right now, but this is my bottle. I've got a label on it. It says memory release because I bought special labels. But whatever bottle you've got, I just mix equal parts and I keep it mixed up. If you don't already have it mixed up, then you just get these and keep them out. But Melissa, you're going to have the steps. So then if you get essential oils after that, you'll be able to do it. But you're going to understand part of what I've been doing with your mom. So it looks like Jimmy's gone to get her oils. I'm going to go ahead. Well, would you guys go ahead and unmute yourselves? Because I'm having trouble getting to this little bar. Yeah, there we go. So part of what we use during this process is we identify the emotions around something. And so what I use is a feelings inventory. Shoot, can I open the chat? That's not it. That's not it. There it is. Okay. I use a feelings inventory. Even my chat is below my little thing down here. That is available from, let me grab this link. It's not going to let me. Yeah, copy link. Okay, come back here. All right. If you open your chat, you'll see a link to the Center for Nonviolent Communication, and it's a feelings inventory. And they allow you to download it and print it out as long as you give them credit. So on one side are feelings when your needs are not satisfied. So that's what we often refer to as negative emotions. And then the other side are feelings when your needs are satisfied. So that can be a good resource, looks like this, for the feeling part. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you've got something to write on, I'm going to suggest that you jot down 3 things in your current life that are bugging you. So this could be, concerns about money. It could be concerns about health. It could be you're annoyed with your neighbor because they blow leaves into your yard. Whatever that is, just jot down the first 3 things that come up. And if you have any questions at any time, give me a signal with your hand raised like regular classroom, because I can't see that bar down there. If you point, ping me that you got a question, I'm not going to see it. This doesn't normally happen to me, but rather than try to take the time to figure it out, I'm just going to go with it. Okay, once you've got about 3 things, I want you to look at the list. I want you to circle the one that's bothering you the most right now. And again, these are present situations, okay? And then if you've got it, give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right. So what I want you to do, it helps me to close my eyes to do this. That's up to you. If you want to take your video off, I'm perfectly okay with that too, if you're uncomfortable being on the video while you do this. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to focus on that current situation in your life that's bugging you. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody now. I was able to find that. And as you focus on that situation, I want you to identify how you feel. In other words, what's the emotion that comes up when you focus on that? So the example I gave, real life example from one of my friends, neighbors blows his leaves into her yard to get rid of them from his yard. He doesn't rake them, he blows them into her yard. She might be feeling incensed, right? A form of anger, incensed, enraged. She might feel indignant, resentful. You want to get the most exact word for your feeling as possible because that will help the most. So give me a thumbs up when you have the emotion that you feel around this situation that you're focusing on. Okay. Now, as you've got the situation and you've got the emotion, now I want you to notice where you feel that emotion in your body. Is it in your head, your shoulders, your gut? Is it maybe all over your whole body? Does it just make you feel heavy and tired? And give me a thumbs up when you've identified that. And it can be multiple places. Okay. Then you want to identify the negative thought that goes with this situation. You've got the situation, you got the emotion, you can sense where you feel it in your body. What's the first negative thought that goes with it? So again, with the example of the leaves, it might be, what a jerk, right? Whatever that is, and give me a thumbs up when you have that. Okay. Melissa, do you have, I should have asked you this earlier. Go ahead and open your eyes. Do you have, by chance, an orange in the house? Or a lemon? Yeah, an orange. Can you go get the orange and bring, if you need to cut a little bit on the peel first, we're going to use an orange peel for you. Okay. And we'll wait. I should have asked a minute ago. So guys, this is something, because I know the two of you still on right now have the oils that you need. But if you're trying to help someone, especially in a distance situation, and you want to show them how to do this aroma reset, an orange is one of the perfect things to do. So when they, you know how that wonderful smell when you just crack the peel on an orange and you peel it back, they don't even have to peel it all the way if they don't want to go that far because they want to use it later. They can stick it in a container or a Ziploc. Just have them get their nail under it and pull it back, and they're going to hold that under their nose when they don't have the oils. A lemon can work too, but an orange usually is going to be, good. And if they have oils but don't have the particular ones we use, just ask them to try, whatever they've got. These are the ones we know that work, right? So you got it, Melissa? Okay. All right. So now what I want you guys to do is I'm going to get Melissa to get her orange ready. And the other two of you take either a drop of your memory release blend if you already have it mixed up. If you don't already have it mixed up, remember, it's a combination of Stress Away, lavender, and frankincense. So if you don't have it mixed up, you're going to need to put a drop of each of these three in one of your hands. Melissa, you're just going to pop that orange so you can smell the peel and the orange, okay? And then don't get your fingers in your eyes because it'll burn. Because that is essential oil. As a matter of fact, the citrus essential oils in the Young Living line are distilled from the rind, not from the plant. So when people have issues with allergies, they can usually still use the citrus oils on the Young Living line because they're distilled from the rind, unless they have an allergy to the fruit, right? Okay, so everybody got that? Melissa's got her orange peel. Jemmy and Carrie got their oil in their hands. Gonna rub your hands together. Melissa, you can, just bring the orange up. And then what I want you to do is bring that up over your nose and mouth like a little scent tent. I want you to close your eyes. And as you smell that scent, I want you to focus on that situation in your present life that's bugging you. Focus on that emotion that you identified, that feeling, anger, or maybe it made you feel vulnerable or sad or whatever that feeling is. Focus on that sensation in your body. And as you breathe the oil in, just become the witness. Notice the changes in the visual image that you have of the situation. It may break up and kind of fade away. Notice what's happening to that emotion, that feeling. It's either becoming lighter or it's becoming more intense. And if it's becoming more intense, just ride it like a wave and know that no wave lasts forever. And then finally notice that sensation in your body as it eases, or maybe it shifts to a new location. And without trying to force or analyze anything, just be the witness Notice the changes, breathe the oil, and whenever there's no more changes that you're observing, whenever that is, no hurry, bring your hands down. And once your hands have come away, I want you to revisit that situation in your mind and just kind of check in. Is that what we would call negative emotion still there? If it is, how intense is it on a scale of 1 to 10? And then show me, if you still have the emotion, show me with your fingers how intense it is, with 10 being the highest. Okay. Carrie, yours gone? You're muted.
The feeling in my body's still there, like, you know, I don't have the emotion,
Okay.
but I have the sensation of some, you know, like.
Is it still as strong as it was before you began with the oils? Okay.
It's just weird that I still have an awareness of that part of my body.
Interesting.
Are you following me? Yeah,
Yep.
I don't
No,
have
I
the
got it.
emotion
Yeah.
anymore.
All right. So focus, everybody focus again on the situation. Is there any other what we would call negative emotion coming up? Different from the original emotion. Anybody got that? Okay, perfect. All right. So that is the aroma reset. What has happened is those essential oils have gone up the nose, hit the olfactory nerve. It has triggered that limbic area of the brain, the amygdala, and it's released the sting around that. Now, did it change the situation that's bugging you? Did it wave a magic wand and there's a resolution? No, probably not. But now you have the power to live in that empowered joy, to be able to make the best choices you can, because you're not locked down in the emotion. Okay. So moving forward, you can do this for yourself. You don't have to have me or Carrie, who's also an aroma freedom practitioner. You can do this for yourself. So let me show you the steps so that you can copy those. Okay. So here's the steps. Whenever something's bugging you, do an aroma reset. And the reason it's called an aroma reset is we're using aroma to reset our brain, right? So you picture a current troubling situation, whatever that situation is, and this needs to be something currently in your life. We're not dealing with past issues at this point. It's something going on. It doesn't mean that it could be something that happened yesterday, but it's a current situation. And then you name how you feel when you see it. And remember, I gave you a link in the chat to a website where you can download a feelings inventory. Once you have that feeling, that emotion, locate that feeling in your body. Where do you feel it in your body? And then identify the negative thought. Then you take what we in Aroma Freedom call the memory release blend. And again, that's equal parts of frankincense, lavender, and stress away. If you don't have all three of those and you only have stress away, I've had clients have great success using just stress away. We just saw that Melissa had success using an orange that she had in her house. Okay. So those are the steps. I have used Aroma Reset at times 4 to 5 times a day when there have been really, really difficult things going on in my life, right? What I'm doing right now is I'm using it once a day to just kind of check in, kind of as a proactive thing. At some point in the day, usually early in the day, I'm kind of just checking in with my heart to see, is there something troubling me today beyond what, I've already released? And then I'm going through these steps as a way, like we might do yoga or meditation or Tai Chi or whatever else we do to help keep our energy, our Reiki precepts, whatever we do to keep our energy flowing. So I'm going to stop the share now so I can see you. Was everybody able to get those steps that needed them? Okay. All right. So go ahead and unmute yourselves for a minute. Okay. Does anybody have any questions or any comments or anything you want to share about your experience?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Did you say no, Carrie, or
No, I actually, you know how sometimes we'll get little messages?
Mm-hmm.
I got a little message. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It was like it was a new perspective,
Yes. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and so that was cool.
Yeah. And thanks for sharing that, because I forgot to say that so often when I do just the little aroma, and the reason I say just the little aroma reset is that Carrie knows for sure there are other versions of aroma freedom. There's a version we can use for releasing the sting around past things that keep coming forward, kind of haunting us, things from the past. And then there's a version that we use that takes more oils and there's more steps and takes more time when we want to create something for our future that we don't seem to be able to get to, or we just need some help, or we want to see what the blocks are. Why haven't we done this yet? It might be procrastination, right? And so, but just this one little thing that is less than a minute, when no one has to guide you, you know what you're doing, you just do it, is so powerful. And it will often bring a new insight, a new perspective that will help ease people out of it. I've worked with people who have had visions of, you know, a situation completely changing. The situation itself didn't change, but it was a message, an energy that came in to support them. And so that's why I want as many people as I know to have this at their access, because as I know all of you here on the call with me know, my personal and my professional mission is to help raise the frequency of the planet. And the way that I do that is I work with people to help them raise their frequencies. And the way we raise our frequencies is by getting rid of all that heavy stuff that's holding us down. And right now we have a lot of heavy stuff, you know. There are just things coming at us from all directions. And so that's why I encourage you, have a bottle mixed up or have your oranges close by, and, you know, just do this however many times a day you need to do it. And consider doing it every day, even if you know, consider checking in to see, is there something that I could benefit with this? Because I have found that during this year, it's really helped me to have a couple of things that I do every day that don't have anything to do with dishes and, you know, that kind of stuff. But a couple of things that I do every day that I tell myself, if I do nothing else today, I'm doing this. And they're things for me. They're things like this. Because as I do that every day, it keeps me going. It gives me the strength I need. We wouldn't not eat unless we were going through a fasting, right? We wouldn't not drink water. But so much of the time when we find ourselves distracted by these troubling things, we stop doing all of those things that give us the power and the joy that we need to access our intuition and then make the most empowered decisions, right? And so I'm preaching to myself here too, ladies. If it feels like I'm preaching, I'm just encouraging you because I've seen the difference in myself. And I've seen how much easier it's been to go through some really, really sad times this year by nurturing myself, by doing these things, keeping these things going. And then I can show up for other people a lot better. People that I'm teaching in classes, people that I'm mentoring, people that I'm checking on and working with and sharing things with. So I want to show you just, I'm going to take you through another meditation, but I want to show you just one more thing in case you know anyone who's interested in this, whether you are or not. Come on. Okay, so I told you that this actually serves as an intro when I do the whole big formal thing. And really that's just a matter of a couple more slides and more explanation for an empowered living series that I've done in the past. And I have committed to myself, promised myself that I'm going to do this again starting in the new year. So what we're doing is the Living in Empowered Joy. It's kind of the intro. And then you see there are 6 topics here. And so what I plan to do is offer one per month. So that'll be January, February, March, April, May, June. And because there are 6, that means I can start over then the second half of the year and do the same thing. And I'm offering these for, you know, financial remuneration. So people that do this monthly, I'm charging $30 because I'm doing it at distance. And if they don't have the oils, I have to mail the oils to them. And then anyone who wants to join me for this for the whole 6 months, then that is $120, which is just $20 a session, and the oils are included. So whether you have oils in your home or not, I'm happy to send you out the oils that you need to do that. And then anyone who doesn't have the oils will have them. So that's what I'm doing with other people, right? But you guys are certainly welcome to join me on that. So any questions now about anything before we do the final meditation? Good. All right. I didn't kill anybody's buzz, did I? Okay. All right. So if you'll go ahead and close your eyes, sit with your back straight but not stiff, your feet flat on the floor, eyes closed, hands relaxed in your lap. Take a deep breath in and out. Center yourself in your heart space. We're going to do a meditation from the Kabbalah that's a 3-breath meditation. On each big breath in and out, I'm going to give you a direction. So breath 1, breathe in and out and relax the body. Next big breath in and out. Relax the mind. The next breath in and out. Just let it all go. And now imagine white light energy coming into the crown of your head and into your throat chakra. Now see that light move down to your heart and your solar plexus. And now moving into your sacral and your root chakras. And now see energy flow into your legs and off the ends of your feet. And silently to yourself affirm, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better in an easy and relaxed manner, in a healthy and positive way, in the highest good of all. So be it. So it is. Now take another deep breath in and out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Come back into your space and open your eyes when you're ready. How was that, ladies?
Lovely.
Good. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop the recording.